So in this video, I just want to give you a quick look at how much fun it is to use a jigsaw to create a right angle cut. Because obviously that's not what jigsaws are for, but it's the only tool I have. I do have a handsaw, but I think that would be even more shoddy, for want of a better word. So I have two sawhorses. This backboard here is clamped onto the sawhorses, but the sawhorses are pretty cheap and light, so the whole thing can move. And then onto that, I've got clamped my fence that I'm using for the jigsaw with some additional clamps here, and these clamps go right through to the sawhorses underneath, so that this fence is held down. I've got a piece of wood the same thickness in between, so that we've got even pressure on here. If I didn't have that, this piece here would tend to bow over like that as you push down on the sides, and then you'd only get sort of pressure on the edges here rather than right through. I've taken the blade off the jigsaw, and then I've placed the jigsaw in position, and I've done a visual sighting down here through the line that I've drawn to make sure that that's right. But further to that, I've moved it along to make sure that that's as close as I can get it all the way across. And I've done some spot checks with my square as well to make sure there's no gaps in either side, to make sure it's as square as I can. But I can't guarantee that these two edges are parallel, and they look fairly rough as they are. Right, so for my next trick, I'm going to cut through here. I've done it differently this time. Previous cuts I've had sticking out the side here, but I wanted it supported because you're roughly half and half on either side of the cut, so I don't want the cut to jam up or anything like that as I get towards the end. So I've got support on both sides, and the jigsaw goes down the middle. Okay, so on to the next step.